Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today we're going to go over a Trijicon RMRcc, stands for concealed carry. It's for the compact pistols. I also have a regular Trijicon RMR to show you the size difference and things like that. We also have my Glock 19 Gen 3 here and a SIG P365, just to show you what a smaller RMR would look like on the Glock and what a bigger one, you know, just to kind of give you a comparison so you guys can get an overall good impression. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the CC first. Very typical of Trijicon, comes in a nice case, nice padded case. This is the 3.25 MOA adjustable, so you got the adjustments on either side here. And it has the windows and elevation adjustments. In the bottom for the battery compartment. Obviously you can see the lens is multi-coated to the side. In the box you just get a sticker, warranty card info, so just a manual, instruction manual and stuff like that. Comes with a mounting hardware and a plate. So in the bottom here you can see this red piece here. This is actually rubberized to put on the base plate, and you can actually, so once it's on, you're going to seal this, and it actually makes it waterproof to 66 feet. As I say, comes with the Allen key and screws, and it comes with a battery, which I already opened. It comes with one battery. So that's what you get with that. Let's just compare it to this one real fast. What comes in the box, you get the RMR, and everything looks identical. The only thing you're going to really notice is the size difference. So this is a manual adjust, this is a 3.25 also, and then it has the windows and elevation, multi-coated. Everything's the same except from the size. We'll go over that in a second. And it comes with the same equipment inside there also. So as I say, they are identical in a lot of obviously the features, but you can already see by this angle that the size difference, right? The window is a lot larger on here, on the obviously the RMR, compared to the CC version. So I'm just going to call this the CC and this is the RMR, so we don't get confused, or I don't get confused. You can see on the bottom here also, this is where the battery goes, and it does take the CR2032 battery, and it does last for 4 years on settings between 4 and 8. That is also the same as the RMR, so they're identical in that way. But again, you know, let's have a look and see if we can get a good view here. They are the same length. And on the bottom here, I'm trying to show a good way I can show you this. The RMR is just slightly bigger than obviously the CC, width-wise. And height-wise, they're almost identical. I think there's like a millimeter difference, but nothing to write home about. Okay, so the reason I've gone with the CC for this one is because on my P365, I'm going to have this on here, and it's going to mount to the back of this. Now, if you currently have any gun that's milled, or you've bought a slide for the RMR, it will not fit the CC. The mounts here are a different size. And if I put this on here, I don't know if I'll be able to get this on camera. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. I don't know if you can, they do not match up perfectly. They're just slightly different. So it's kind of a major inconvenience if you already have, as I say, a slide that's been milled, or you have a slide for the RMR, the CC will not fit. What they've come out with is a proprietary mounting plate. So what you would do is you would slide out the back plate, the back sights, and this mounting plate has a dovetail, and it slides on into there and sits there, and then all you would do is you simply put that on top and then screw it in. So that's how it mounts. So it's nice in some ways that you don't have to buy a different slide or have one milled. The downside is you're going to lose your back sight. You know, you're going to lose this, and so that's definitely one of the downsides. A lot of people, you know, they don't want to get rid of their irons, as it were, because obviously if this goes down, you know, you're not going to be able to, there's going to be no sight here to line up with the front sight, so you're going to be at a point and shoot at that point. Let's talk about the brightness levels. This does have 10 brightness levels. It's definitely daylight bright. It's made of 7075 aluminum, so it's extremely rugged, as is the RMR. They're both been tested and proved that these are phenomenal sights. So another big difference, as we were talking about, is obviously the window, right? On the CC, this one, the objective lens is 13 millimeters, and on the RMR, it's 16 millimeters. So even though it doesn't sound like a big difference, it actually does when you look at it. It does make kind of a big difference here. So let's have a look here. So I'm just going to put this on top of the slide and give you an idea of how this looks. And so even though this is slimmer than the RMR, it still sticks off the slide just ever so slightly. Compared to if you put the RMR on there, it way sticks over the slide. You can see the difference, and it is just a much larger optic. Fits perfectly on my Glock. I think it sits really well. I'm going to get this milled out later today. Compared to the CC, you can put this on a CC on. Again, you just have to take out, you know, on a full size pistol, you would just need to take out the back side there. So you can, if you want to put a CC on, if you just want a smaller like optic on instead of the RMR, you can put this one on. However, I think if I was going for a larger pistol like this Glock 19 or a full size, then I would want the full size RMR. So when it comes down to warranties with these, Trijicon has a 5-year electrical with the electrics. So it's not super long, but again, these are tested and proved. The people absolutely love these for being super reliable and rugged, so I'm not worried about it. So what's my final thoughts on the Trijicon RMRcc? I like it. I think it's really good for small compact pistols like the P365. It's nice that you have a separate option. You know, it seems like it's going to be just as great as the traditional RMR. Things I don't like is taking out the back sight and putting on a plate that I'm going to have to mount my RMR, to mount the CC. Losing that backup sight I don't particularly like. The fact that you buy the Trijicon RMR, it's about 500 bucks, and then you're having to buy the mount on top of that for another 60 bucks is a little frustrating. But other than that, I think it's worthwhile. I think that, as I said, I wouldn't want to put a full-size RMR on here, so I'm happy I do have the smaller one to put on, which seems like it's going to be a much better fit. So yeah. So overall, I think I'm happy with it. I think they're great little optics. I've run them for a while, except this is obviously the new one. All right, as always, if you have any questions, any comments, I'm always happy to help out if I can. Just please ask them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to purchase either the RMR or the RMRcc, link is in the description to the best deals typically that I can find at the time. And that is it. All right, folks, if you're not liked and subscribed, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a thing. And that is it. All right, folks, until next time. Have a great one.